So I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. News in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the Spirit. I actually wanted to do a sit down on this because I had some videos I wanted to share regarding this topic. But, the Spirit had me kind of running around and working and, all over the place. So I'm like, when I get to the crib, I'm probably not going to be in the spirit to do the lesson. So I just saved the second part for a later time, man, because it was a couple of interesting videos that I actually, that I seen two yesterday and one a day. Come on, get over, bro. You know what I'm saying? I seen a few that I wanted to pick it back up on. And the elder brother, Malcolm in the Chicago camp, he did a video getting into how you women are, you bitches are losing, man. I'm just saying straightforward, y'all fucking losing. They was going into how the account of women on how women are homeless, how the ventures is failing, how the food stamps and the child support, how these things were set up for your refuge. But now you're losing, man. All right, and brother Benji, he brought out some information regarding like the homelessness on how the eviction rate in Chicago is crazy, and 80% of them are straight up women. Okay, going to live in hotels and motels and on the streets and living with people and partnering up with family members. It's getting bad for you, man. Okay, and we told you because the vengeance is failing, because the Lord, he has an evil hand set towards Babylon the Great, and you women have been a big partaker in the sins of Babylon, man. Okay, because for one thing, you've chose feminism over your family. Okay, you chose to be liberated over being under a man. Because see, a woman to say this, she be like, well, like you the one that left us. Okay, the fucking women's lib movement was set up not to give you liberty, just to say, you're a better person, or you're a better citizen, or you contribute more, or you're more of a benefactor to society. No, man, that you wasn't liberated for that. You was liberated for one of two reasons. First and foremost, to tax you to death. Okay, because there's no such thing as an independent woman. I don't give a fuck how much on your own you're doing it. You're a protected citizen, and if you're protected, you're not independent. I don't give a damn how much money you make a year on your job. Okay, it's a difference between independence or having independence and being independent. Now you have independence to go out and charade aboard and conjure up wickedness and to live a life of whoredom, but you're not independent as far as the means of sustaining yourselves, because when you look at your job, who's signing your paycheck? An Edomite or whoever you work for. They're signing your paychecks and they're giving you these positions based on status quo. Okay, you have to understand that jobs in the real estate market or the nursing field, they're just given to women because for one thing, you're a face. Okay, you're a face, you have a pretty face, or you have a face and you have some titties, you have a body, you have a throat. All right, and as harsh as that may sound, you women are hired for statistical purpose only because you were known to bring in customers, man. Okay, you wasn't hired because your brains or your authenticity that you bring to society. No, okay, because where the women at, the men are gonna come. You see, so you're not independent, but you have a form of independence because you're able to go out and get jobs. You're able to go out and fuck up families and start families and go as you please. That's not independent, okay? In fact, that's stupidity and that's debauchery and that's wickedness, man. All right. So basically, eviction rates in Chicago, predominantly black women of color. Why? Because the men do choose. I mean, look at them. They're degenerates, they're gangbangers. Okay, they don't offer anything to the world. They don't offer anything to nation building. But instead, you continue to complain about all the men that you're having, but look at the men that you're choosing. And then when you don't get the results that you deem necessary, then you feel some type of way. But a lot of you choose fucked up men is because simply you're not worthy of a good man. You know through the spirit that you can't sustain what you're not worthy of a good man, of a man that's gonna do the right thing. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of you settle for Pookies and Ray Rays, because you can control that situation. You can control them with your false narratives and with your pseudo careers. Because a simp nigga is gonna follow behind your beck and call because you appear to have the money and the wealth and the resources. So a simple ass nigga will follow that and want to live under that instead of going out to provide for himself and his family. That's the reason why you attract Pookies and Ray Rays and simps, because these niggas, they come from women. They're born of women. Like it tells you in the book of Job, it says a man that is born of a woman is full of trouble. It roughly paraphrasing is but a few days of trouble, man. Roughly paraphrasing is in the book of Job. I believe it's Job, the 4th chapter. Okay, but you're losing and you're through, and the Spirit of the Lord is getting ready to judge you. Okay, because of your wickedness, and you're doing away with the men, and ultimately you're shitting on of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because what you don't realize, when you shit on the men of the Lord, you're shitting on the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Because there's an order according to the scriptures. Okay, there's the Most High, there's Yahweh Shai, there's men, then there's the women. Okay, but see, you have it out of order. You feel that you're above God and that you're above everything and that you're the prized possession. No, you women are not the prize, man. Okay, now let's not get it twisted. Women are definitely needed. Women are definitely going to be required in the kingdom, but you have to understand your order, because contrary to popular opinion, GMS is just not a bunch of hateful women bashing, shame women. We don't shame women. We just tell the truth. We call a spade a spade. You see, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They feel like because we curse out the women, we hate them. But no, this is a form of correction. Okay, and ultimately, we don't like bitches. We love women, but we hate bitches. And the majority of our women, you fit that criteria as being a ladder, what I mentioned. You see? So anyway, a couple of precepts real quick. This wasn't going to be a long lesson, but this is the book of Accountability Spirit. This is the book of 2nd Esdras 4:26. It says, yea, there be many that run out their wits for women. Your wits goes into your wisdom. There's been several men, like when you see niggas in a club popping bottles, or you know, with the flashiest cars, or you know, they go out and sell drugs. It's really because they want to appease a fucking woman, man. Okay, because somehow, some way, these maggot or these monkey-minded jakes in America, they get their validation from a bunch of whores. And no woman shouldn't validate your ass, man, because you should be a man in the spirit to know that, look, you don't need her validation. Now, she could compliment you, and she could add on to your validation of yourself and through the spirit. But overall, your soul worth is not based on a woman's opinion of you, man. Because most of them have that opinion that, well, look, I don't want you, or you got to pipe to my tune, or this is what I expect, or you ain't worthy of me. And then so fucking be it. Because you're not able to fulfill her unrealistic desires, that doesn't make you less of a man. You just have to be smart enough and know that, look, man, look, bitch, I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? I might not have a lot of money or a mansion to offer you, but I got the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And it says, many have perished and have erred in sin for women. Okay? And that's absolutely right. Every other Jake that's probably dead in a graveyard or in some type of jail is because they was trying to oppress some woman. Okay? Behind some woman. Some adulterous ass woman that was sleeping with everybody in the hood, and he fell for the bitch. And then before you know it, he get into it with a nigga down the street, and he end up getting shot up, and she goes be with the nigga anyway. Okay? Why? Because Jake has been born up in that feminine mindset, that destructive mindset. You see? Micah 7:10, it says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where's Yahweh thy power? And shame is going to cover these women, and they're being shamed already because nobody wants to be with them. You know what I'm saying? You go on these platforms, YouTube, you see them complaining. They be on a Fresh and Fit podcast, you know, talking shit to Myron Gaines, and he's basically breaking the facts that how women's supposed to be under men and how men's supposed to strive for greatness, and the woman's supposed to compliment his efforts, okay, by adding to his legacy. But see, what they do nowadays is tell you what they expect and what they want from you, when in fact they don't even know themselves. Okay, like I was watching a video, it state now that 5 to 10% women are virgins upon a wedding day. And a woman, she basically said it. She said, and it was the Edomite woman, which the Edomite woman, she's trash too. But basically it was a bunch of Keishas on there, and Keisha was getting butthurt because of the truth. Because the Edomite woman, she said straight up, she said 5 to 10% of women are only virgins on their wedding day. She said what happens is a man, he needs trust. He seeks the comfort of a woman and some type of trust through the woman, but he doesn't have that because she leaves him. Okay, and she even stated, she said that, look, after a woman has slept with 5 guys, her chances of sustaining a successful marriage, her chances of sustaining a marriage is less than 85%, man. Meaning that the probability of failure in that relationship is going to be an 85% rate if she's had 5 or more men. But I challenge those odds. I say if she has 2 or more men, her odds of being a successful housewife and a probable companion dwindles down to more than 50%, man. Why? Because she can't pair bond. Okay? Elder Malcolm made a perfect example. She may be into you. The woman you dealing with, she may love you. She may be into you, but she has so many spirits on her to the point she's into you, but at the same time, she's against you. Okay? She may be into you in this manner. She might like you for that. You may have a big ride. You may put it down in bed. But when it comes to the truth, or when it comes to certain things that adhere or that contradicts her ideologies or her feminism or her ways of an America, she's going to be against you. Like most women, they can accept that they're going to basically have to share their men in the coming times. They can't deal with that because they've been taught that they're the prize, okay? But that's far from the truth, okay? They have a monogamous mindset, which monogamy has proven to be destructive because, for one thing, no one woman can do it all by herself. That's why they said the probability of sister wives makes the marriage works more than half the time, because that way you're taking a load off that particular woman and you're evening the load and you have a more of a expendable source of income. But these women, they don't think of it that way because in their mindset, they feel that they special. And none of you ain't fucking special, man. And you women that's in the truth, you're the worst ones, man. And I'm calling y'all out because for the simple fact, you got brothers out in the Raleigh said it. He said you got a lot of men in the truth that's complaining about the women they're with, and y'all are playing that whole, well, I'm going to wait till the Lord send me. And fuck all that, man. Because a lot of you women that's in the truth, a lot of you are groupies as well. Like, honestly speaking, and I'm not shitting on all you sisters, because you got a few of you that is right, but most of you that claim shalom, most of you motherfuckers ain't in the right spirit, man. You see what I'm saying? Most of you are trying to link up with a brother that's popular in this truth. Here you got a man that may be suffering, that may need help, that may need a help me, and because he ain't got 100 views on his videos, you choose to overlook him, but you want to give it a brother that got 2,000 views, or he's got more than 1,000 subscribers, man. Or brothers are speaking highly of him. You want to go get with that brother, all because he's popular. That's a fucked up mindset to be in, man. The brother that got 1 view versus a brother that got 100 views and 100 likes is just as much, he's just as valuable as the man that's getting all the views, man. How dare you pick and fucking choose, man? You got several brothers in this thing that can use a fucking a wife, and half of you on the comment boards, shalom, brother, shalom. Man, get that shit out of here, man. You in a time now that, hey, the Most High's finna close this thing down. Y'all better stop fucking playing, man. And these brothers out here, y'all better start making yourself available for these sincere brothers. And I'm talking about you sincere sisters, man. If you got a husband already, this does not apply to you. But if you on that, well, I'm gonna wait to the kingdom to get a husband. You better get up. Don't comment on my page, man. Don't. Because that's some bullshit, man. Okay? Everybody ain't gonna be able to get an Apostle Tahar or Apostle Gabar or Apostle Ramlab or Apostle Wakar or Elder Brother Manwatazak, you know, Manata Zakbar. Everybody ain't gonna be able to get up with these men. Okay? Everybody ain't gonna be able to get ahead of a camp. But hey, outside of the heads of the camp, you got other brothers, officers in ranking under the heads of the camp, man. Every woman ain't gonna be able to get a Maha lawyer. I'm just throwing that shit out there, man. But half the women in Israel, man, they're afraid to talk to me anyway because they think I'm mean as fuck. But that's all good though, you know, because look, we don't take no shit over here. All right, we just real, and you know, we do what we supposed to do. You know, and that's a sincere rebuke to you sincere sisters out there. If you got a husband, then it does not apply to you. But if you don't have a man and you sit up here trying to pick and choose which brother you think you're going to get with, the Lord going to get rid of you, man. Because the scriptures say even the publicans, even the harlots have a better chance of making it into the kingdom than the publicans do. So a lot of you are going to get replaced. A lot of you, Shalom, Yahabashim Habashah, Barakatah, Akia, a lot of you women, you're going to get replaced with just basic harlots in the world, man. So y'all better get y'all mind right. This ain't about picking and choosing. Well, I'm going to wait and run up on this brother. No, man. Okay? If a brother like you and he chooses you, then, hey, then that's just what it is. Now, if he's wicked, then, hey, that just your test you got to endure. But overall, man, y'all better get y'all fucking minds in the right place. Straight up. Another precept. It says, now she should be trodden down like the mire of the streets. Mire is shit. And a lot of you gonna get trodden down. Like she said 5 to 10% of women are already that means 90% to 95% of women are not virgins by the time they get married. So why are you wearing white? Why are you even getting married anyway if you ain't a virgin? You see? Because somebody already got your hymen. Your first man you've ever laid down with, he popped your cherry. That's the man you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life. You see? But we understand that we're in an adulterous kingdom, so shit happens. But overall, all you women that's lost your virginity to other men that's still living, you're really making us adulterers, and you're an adulterer. You see? But, you know, the Lord is going to sort all these things out because, you know, this is just the times we're living in. We're totally at the bottom, okay? Another video I saw, it was this Arab-looking dude. He must have been a Muslim cat from like a third world country, and he was basically stating that the marriage in America is failing because, for one thing, you got 90% of the men that's incarcerated, which, I mean, that's kind of a high number. But I get the point what he was making. And then he mentioned the other half is momos. And then he said the other half is dealing with monogamy. So he said you got a total of millions of women that's single because a third of the population, they like other men, meaning men like men. So they're off the market. The other fucking third is in jail. And then the other third is only dealing with one woman. So you got 1 million plus women that's not, or that's single because for the simple fact you got this fucked up culture. He even said it. He said, well, look, man, you marry 2 or 3 of the picking that you like, you know what I'm saying, and you deal with that. Now, if that's too much for you to deal with, then deal with one woman, okay? Which I'm not knocking brothers for having one woman. It's really not expedient to have all these many wives added into you in this fucked up kingdom. It's nothing but confusion. But if you have a woman that's willing to understand the diversity of having a family and a harem to make things move properly, then so be it. Too much is given, too much is required. But if you got one John, then shit, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit wrong with having one woman, but she has to realize that coming to the time we're in, it's a strong possibility that other women are going to come within your circle. And she has to be built up and believe in the Holy Spirit and you as a man of the Lord to handle that, man. And how bad shit gonna be, she ain't gonna have a problem with it. You know, she talk all the shit now because for the simple fact, she has 911, she has Esau, and she has a bunch of simp-ass niggas that's gonna come and simp for her to save her from that. But when all hell break loose and she realized that you're the prize and that you're the man of the Lord and that the scriptures say that in a day of thy power, like people should be willing, all that jealousy shit is going right out the window. She's gonna be first in line on your bus. Like, look, baby, I know I didn't give you a hard time. You know, we was dealing, but I see what you mean now. But a lot of you ain't gonna make it to that point because you should have just took our fucking word to begin with. Period. That's a strong demon for a woman to sit up here and say, I would rather die before I end up seeing you with another woman. That's a fucking proud spirit, and the Lord have a special judgment for women that think like that. I've heard that before, straight up. I'd rather take my chances in Jacob's trouble alone before I sit up here and be with you and you have other women around you. I heard a bitch tell me that shit before, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord have a special judgment for women like that. Mark those words. You won't be around very long, and I guarantee you that with that mindset. All right? Isaiah 32:9, it says, you women who live an easy life, free from worries, listen to what I'm saying, and this is the Good News translation. You may be satisfied now, but this time next year, which it goes into many days within a year, okay? Because in Jacob's trouble, these women, they're going to be troubled many days. It ain't going to be a day in a year. No, many days within that year. That's how it should read. But it says here, you may be satisfied now, but the time next year you will be in despair because there will be no grace for you to gather, meaning that your vengeances are not going to come. Okay, your refuges, your appropriations, your safety blankets, your jobs, your apartments, your vehicles, you know what I'm saying, your money, your girls trip, your Miami trips, your spring breaks, your all girls, hot girl summer, that shit is going to be done away with. And it's not looking too good for the majority of you now. A lot of you are hurting, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in Burlington yesterday, the young lady I mentioned earlier in the video with her boyfriend, I mean, clearly she didn't have no money. They didn't have no money because, you know, we do card swaps. Like you may use a card, you may use this for that, and you have that for that. Okay, but she was like pulling out different cards out of the wallet to try to see which one go through. But then when you look at her, you could tell she's the type that say, well, look, man, a nigga gotta have this and have that and have that. But yeah, bitch, you ain't got $10 in your account. So what do you have to bring to the table? You see? But it says, you may be satisfied now, but this time next year you would be in despair because there would be no grace for you to gather. It says, you've been living an easy life free from worries, but now tremble with fear. Strip off your clothes and tie rags around your waist, which goes into mourning, okay? A state of humility, because you will be humble, okay? In the times to come, you women will be humble, and I guarantee you that, okay? It says here, beat your breasts in grief because the fertile fields and the vineyards have been destroyed. Wow. Con. You know? But yeah, brothers, man, y'all posted some dope scriptures, but this wasn't meant to be a long lesson. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai Bashir Kakwadash. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball. Shalom.